What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we are going to be recapping the Bellator 243 card, talking about the fights a bit. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get into it. So, first fight of the evening, I'll quickly just go over the results of the undercard. Dalton Rosta defeats Mike Gardner. Then you see Charlie Campbell defeats Nayuana Dung. Very impressive leg kicks there. I was really impressed with that performance. Grant Neal defeats Hamza Salim. And then Valerie Leorda defeats Tara Graf. She looked pretty good, and her dance after the fight was also spectacular. Chris Lencioni, AJ Agazarm, I really want to talk about a bit. Absolute disgrace, AJ Agazarm. Very unprofessional. Not impressed by him whatsoever in his fighting abilities. He's a good grappler. I give credit where credit is due. But as far as MMA skills, he's not at the level, and also as far as mentality, he doesn't have it. Very disrespectful. He disrespected Chris Lencioni during the fight, after the fight, disrespected Chael Sonnen. To me, disrespected Bellator and the Athletic Commission as a whole, being just an absolute disgrace. Mike Beltran tried to make him shake hands with Lencioni. I feel like that was unnecessary, but I guess he was probably fed up with the attitude of AJ Agazarm as well. Lencioni, though, whooped him. Put on a pretty dominant performance, did a lot of damage. I think Agazarm definitely had the second round, at least as far as positional dominance, but he really did no damage to Lencioni, and Lencioni really beat up his face. You could see Agazarm was cut up. He also, at the post-fight press conference, spoke some delusion, said that one judge shouldn't have been there because it was biased. The problem is, yeah, that judge was biased towards you. I mean, he's the only judge that gave you a round. The other judges gave it all dominant for Lencioni. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. I think he's a bit of a hothead. I don't know if Bellator keeps him around. He's 3-2. He's not ultra. He's not ultra exciting or ultra skilled. That it's like, oh, he has this bright future ahead of him. He looks mediocre at best, and I'm not super impressed by him. Chris Lencioni, though, I was really impressed by. He's relaxed. He has fun in there, and I like how he really got under the skin of AJ Agazarm. So congrats to Chris Lencioni. Now moving up, Adam Borish has a really difficult time with Mike Hamill winning a split decision. I mean, Mike Hamill missed weight by almost 5 pounds. Adam Borish is a natural 145er. Big size advantage for Hamill here. Adam Borish, though, still gets it done by a hard-fought split decision. I think he has a bright future. This was a tough fight. He overcame it. Congratulations, Adam Borish. Now, Sabah Homasie dominates Curtis Melender in there. I actually didn't expect this result. I thought we were going to see Curtis Melender win this one, but Sabah Homasie showed his ever-improving skill set, beats Curtis Melender. I think Curtis Melender maybe needs to hire a mentality coach because I feel like he doesn't go for it. He has a hard time really shifting it into turbo. I think he needs to look into something like that, and I think that would I think that will definitely improve his game. For Sabah Homasie, though, congratulations, and I'm excited to see where he goes in this Bellator welterweight division. Now moving up, Miles Jury, Georgi Karakanyan. Split decision win for Jury. It wasn't an easy fight by any means against Georgi. I don't think I don't know if that he didn't expect it to be this tough, but at least I didn't expect it to be as hard for him. I thought you were going to see a more clear unanimous decision win for Miles Jury, but Georgie came to fight, got in his face, hit him with shots, and made it difficult for Miles Jury. Now, Miles wears his cap in Bellator. I know he wants to fight for that Bellator title. I don't know if he's super deserving of it, but with the retirement, with not the retirement, but the leaving of Michael Chandler to go to another league outside of Bellator, and Benson Henderson losing, maybe Benson Henderson might be retiring, I guess we'll see what happens. Miles Jury may find himself fighting for a Bellator title. I don't think he does well against Patricio Fieri at all. I think Fieri's a beast. I think it's a bad matchup for Jury, but at the end of the day, it will be a world title shot. That'd be something that will financially really benefit him, and it'd be an exciting thing, and who knows, maybe he wins it and shocks the world there. But moving up, Tim Johnson put a beating on Matt Mitrione. Granted, it was kind of caused by a headbutt. The headbutt came in, and then it landed, it was like the headbutt comes in as Johnson's shooting for the trip, gets Mitrione to the ground, but it was from the headbutt. You can see clearly a picture. It hit him right on the chin. Then he beats him up from the top and then gets a stoppage in the first round. Kind of shitty situation for Mitrione, but congratulations, Tim Johnson. I mean, he's looking in better shape. He's looking decent. I'm excited to see where he goes from here. Against who does he fight? I don't really know. I don't have an exact name, but could be something interesting, and I think he does have an interesting future here in Bellator. For Matt Mitrione, though, I would really like to consider maybe fighting some lesser opposition, fighting more only strikers. He's a bit older of a guy, and maybe even taking a kickboxing fight in Bellator kickboxing. I'm kind of intrigued to see that because Mitrione's definitely a big puncher and a fighter who loves to strike. He's not a big grappling guy. It's been a hole in his game his whole career. Now, moving up to the main event, Michael Chandler brutally starches Benson Henderson in the opening round. I was very impressed by Michael Chandler. I think he looks really good. I'm excited to see what's next for him. For Benson Henderson, I mean, he got cracked by the very good Michael Chandler. Loses a second time to him now. Where does Benson go from here? I don't know exactly. Maybe he'll stick around in Bellator. I don't know if he'll consider retirement. Probably not. I think he wants to keep fighting and maybe put another push towards that Bellator belt, especially with Michael Chandler now leaving Bellator, maybe going towards the UFC. I would like to see Michael Chandler in the UFC. I think it'd be a lot of fun matchups, and I'm curious to see how he would compete against the best guys in the octagon. Now, do I think they should rush him to fighting a top 5 guy in the world's debut? No, absolutely not. I'm going to throw a name out there, Al Iaquinta, Michael Chandler. I think that's a debut to make. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I definitely lean Michael Chandler early, and we'll see what happens in these next couple months with his negotiations with whatever league he's planning on going to. I mean, you may see him in one championship and end up rematching with, trilogy fight with Eddie Alvarez. But I would lean towards the UFC. I like the idea of the UFC better. I think that should be something he does and maybe, builds a bigger name for himself inside of the United States. But all right, guys, that was a Bellator card for the books. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was fun to have Bellator back. Some solid fights. Very impressive by Michael Chandler. Highlight reel knockout, to be honest with you. Put Benson Henderson to sleep. We will see what's next for both those guys. I'm excited to see what's next for Bellator as a whole. I know they got cards coming up. I'm excited to see where they go as a league this year. I know the quarantine and stuff probably wasn't good for them, but I think they'll be able to stay afloat and keep producing some decent cards as, a B league list MMA versus the UFC. It's the number 2 league in the world, I would say. Maybe number 3. People will say one championship is better. I guess it's all up for opinion. But I am excited to see what's next for Bellator. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Also, follow the social medias, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure to check me out. Thank you guys, and I will see you all in the next one.